Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to discuss Regimen. You should have seen it coming because, listen y'all, it's 2020. We got to stop falling for the gimmicks, the scams, the lies, the deceit, and we just got to hold our own. And that's doing something that you have control and you have the power of, and that's your regimen. So without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and hop right into this. All right, so first things first, pre-poo. Oh, how I love pre-poo. Now, I would admit, obviously, growing up, I don't remember my mom prepping my hair for wash day. It was just, hey, put your head under the water. But I would say with kinky, coily hair, hair that's easy to tangle and curls that just kind of intertwine, you definitely need a pre-poo. Pre-poo can be of one of four things. You can have a liquid pre-poo, like just some type of, I use aloe vera juice sometimes. Or you can have a cream pre-poo, which is a cream or product designated for your pre-poo day. Or pre-poo moments. Because sometimes people do it before, sometimes do it during. But you want to, whatever it is, you want to make sure it has time to actually saturate your hair and get into your hair follicles. So I would say at least 45 minutes to an hour prior to you actually washing your hair or washing the product out. Also, you can use a butter. Like for me, shea butter tends to just melt my hair and untangle my hair. So that's a good pre-poo as well. And then of course, last but not least is a oil. Y'all see me talk about, y'all seen plenty of others talking about it, and that's coconut oil. But again, it's up to you. I've also in the past pre-poo with just plain olive oil, grapeseed oil, whatever oil that is right here on my hand, and my own, of course, DIY herbal oil. Okay, so once you get your pre-poo established, and again, the choice is yours. So don't just say or listen like, okay, she did this. I have used all of them. Now, obviously, I have a preference, but again, you figure out what your hair likes and what your hair needs. Okay, so number 2 on your regimen is obviously shampooing. And shampooing can be narrowed down into subgroups of clarifying cleansers or just conditioning. And what I mean by that, because you have the option of clarifying, meaning cleansing or stripping your hair from everything that was in it, including the product buildup in dirt, filth, whatever else. And then you have like co-wash, which you're just trying to strengthen or moisture or rebuild your hair so it can get through another week or so. Again, the choice is yours. I've done both. Usually if my hair is like, I don't know, say I've been slicking my hair down, gelling it down for like a week or so, I'm going to go for the clarifying shampoo because I need to get that gel out and I need to get the product build up, the dirt, the filth, the film, everything that's on top of my hair needs to go. Whereas if I just do a wash and go, my hair probably doesn't have as many products and probably can easily be cleansed, which is a regular cleanser shampoo or a cold wash where, hey, maybe it got cold or it rained on my hair and I need to make sure that my hair is strengthened and it's not brittle or dry and that it has what it needs to get through another week. So then I'll go for the cold wash. Also, I want to clarify something as well because there is like play on the words like clarifying and cleanser. Cleanser just means to clean. Doesn't necessarily mean is a step down from clarifying, because you have shampoos that have the combination of both, and then you have some that just don't really broadcast to be no more, but hey, this is just aiding and cleaning the bacteria out your hair. Whereas you have clarifiers who not only cleanse or strip your hair, but they're supposed to really deep penetrate your scalp and make sure there's no harmful things left behind. But again, it's all about marketing most of the time. Like look up, turn it around, look at your ingredients and say, okay, this is good for my hair. This is not so good for my hair, and find out what's best for you. Okay, so once you got your pre-poo and your shampoo or cleanser down pack, then of course you're going to hop into your conditioner. And some may say, or may, differ between conditioner and deep conditioner. I say I'm grouping them together because at one point in time, they were all combined, which leads to my subtitle or my subgroup, which is the combination of you get your moisture and your protein in the one pack container. That's it. But obviously the natural world has been bombarded with a lot of marketing, a lot of deceit, and a lot of lies, and a lot of people who are making their own products. So there has been given an impression or a need to, separate. And with that being said, I would just do the sub of, if you need a protein treatment, of course you know where to reach, you know how to reach it, and it just literally means that protein is within the product. It is meant to strengthen and keep your hair strong so it can handle manipulation and things of that nature and keep from breaking. Moisture, obviously, is to keep your hair from being dry, which will also lead to brittleness and breaking it off. So again, you need both. How you determine that is up to you. For me, I do protein once a month, and then the other washes or cold washes, I just make sure I do a moisturizing deep conditioner, or I enhance my regular conditioner, as you've seen in my last video, just by simply adding amla oil, something that will give it extra moisture or extra nutrients that my hair needs to be strong as well as moisturized. But again, up to you. All right, so again, I mentioned you can either do, there's protein conditionings, moisturizing, and then those that have half and half, that you'll see there's a lot of moisturizing factors in it, or ingredients, as well as you'll see the wheat protein or the wheat germ protein in it as well. All right, so next, we're going to go into leave-in. This is my favorite part. Why? Because what you do now will determine how your hair behaves for the rest of your period before you come back and get back into washing your hair again. I find that later on in my natural hair journey that, hey, like, that is important. Like, pre-poo is important, but your leave-in can be the game changer as far as defining your curls, your moisture, your definition, length retention, all of that. And again, we have subgroups. You can have a liquid spray leave-in, which is my favorite, especially during the summertime, because I do not like a lot of stuff weighing down my hair. And then, of course, you have B, a cream leave-in, which is better for the winter months, that will pretty much coat your hair and keep your hair nice and shiny and protected while you're styling or manipulating your hair. And then you have those DIYs, which also is my favorite, because once I tried to do a DIY, I mastered it head on, and I am in love. And again, that will be in my last video where I washed my hair from point one, as I'm speaking, down to the very end step with all DIYs, and I am not regretting it. This might be the go-to for the rest of the 2020. But again, that's up to you. If you know that you don't have time, effort to really dig into DIY, because you have to do a lot of research. Like, do not take for granted because you're watching somebody else, because hello, I've done that, and guess what? I still screwed up in the midst of me watching someone else, taking notes, because everything isn't for everybody. And again, y'all know I've been a stay-at-home mom for 1.5 years now, so I had time to just really, you know, do my work. So if you don't have the time and the patience, then there are store-boughts, but again, turn it around and look at your ingredients, sis. All right, so the last part of your regimen, like I said, the last, no extra stuff, is styling. And of course, you want to go for protective, and that depends again on you. If you need a long term, like when I know that, hey, I feel bad, I'm sick, or I have a cold and I just want to really get my hair done, then I'm just going to slit my hair down in a slit back bun or ponytail, wrap it, that's it. And that will hold me for like a week or 1.5 weeks even, depending on what the weather's like. Or if I want a short-term thing, well, I'm just like, hey, I'm just going with emotions and I'm feeling good, or it's the summertime, which, like I said, something about summer that you just don't want to be tied down to just one thing. You want to switch it up. So with that being said, I would go for my wash and go, or I would take time and do my little twist outs where, you know, it'll last some days. Depending on, obviously, what you're using will determine, because some people like to do twist out and stuff with gels. Me, not so much. Like, I don't need that, and honestly, I don't think that's necessary, which is why I skipped the whole styling creams and products, because it's just marketing. Like, you don't need all that. Now, I'm not saying nobody needs that, because obviously you know your hair. Like, if you know your hair is hard to hold a curl or a twist, try it. But if you haven't even tried to just do like a leave-in and twist it and just see how it comes out, then you're missing out, because that means less money, less product, and less time. Amen? Amen. All right, so again, that's all I have. My 1, 2, 3, my ABC for the regimen. I'm preaching regimen to y'all all 2020. Everything else is irrelevant. Get this down pat, and the rest is up to you, sis. Like, you have the power, you have the authority over your hair. Pray to God, meditate, let him talk to you. There's nothing too big or too small for God. If he needs to speak to you regarding your hair, like as far as your health, spending money and stuff. Like, listen, take time to quiet your spirit and quiet yourself and meditate and say, Lord, what do I need to do? Am I doing too much? Am I doing too less? Like, there's a whole lot of laziness going on, just like with myself, just as much as a whole lot of people who just are consuming a lot of things and they're unnecessary. Now, obviously, I'm not here to say, hey, this is how you need to spend your coins. And that is another reason why I made sure to limit the naming or mentioning of products, because I don't want you to focus on that. Do not focus on that. Focus on the steps it takes for successful, strong, long hair. That's it. Health is everything. Healthy hair over long hair or quick fix. You do not need a quick fix. You need TLC and you need patience. Amen. All right. So I hope I said something relevant to you. I hope you learned something. Hey, by all means, I hope these are things that you already knew and maybe you just tossed out the window because some bright new flashy product has surfaced. But again, stay focused, stay calm, stay cool, stay loving your hair.